Hi there, Virgo. All right, well, let's get started. So one theme that's coming out pretty strong for you guys is for those of you who whose relationship has been kind of rocky. I really foresee that probably coming to a head this month. That uh, that you guys now, if your relationship's been really good and you're really happy, this isn't going to apply to you. I'm not saying you guys are always going to find out something terrible and it's going to go to hell. But for those of you, and some of it may be with someone you've been with for a long time, potentially a childhood sweetheart. Um, but for some of you that have been sort of hanging on to a relationship for a really long time, it could even be a work situation. So there's something in your life that you've just been that hasn't been good for a long time. This month is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. It's just going to be like, I have done my time. I have tried. I have really hung in there through thick and thin, and it's just not working, and it's okay. People really just make, I think, a bigger deal over, and I'm not saying just to give up on relationship. I feel like relationships are valuable. Marriage is very important, and you should really work really hard to make them work. So that's not what I'm saying, but I feel like you guys have done that. Like you've really tried to communicate. You've really tried to make it work, and it just isn't. And it's time this month to admit that. Well, we have 2 Six of Cups here. I'm just realizing it's time to let, or if you're pining over a relationship that didn't work, it's codependent no more. That's been coming up. We have the Devil here. It's like the ultimate codependent card. The Lovers, like, are you truly committed to your relationship, your job, whatever situation? Because this could play out in many different ways, but something that's just, even with like a daycare. Like, I was at this daycare. Oh, my dentist, this was insane. I had this dentist, and once I got through the front people, the dentists were nice, the hygienists were nice. It was really nice, but every single time I went there, something really bizarre would happen with the front desk staff. I can't even explain. It was like, it was just, something was always an issue, and left a bad taste in my mouth, and was just weird. And finally, I'm like, I'm 40 something. I've had dentists all my life, and I'd moved, I'd lived other places. So this isn't normal. And finally, I'm like, I'm breaking up with my dentist. Like, I can't go, I just can't. It's like this crazy stress that makes no sense. And I went to a new dentist. I've been there for maybe 3 or 4 years, haven't had one weird thing happen the whole time I'm there. So it's like that kind of thing. Is like, time to let go of things that just are not working. Be done with it. People who just don't come through, who, weird things happen. You find out they're gossiping about you. A work situation that just, the coworkers are lazy and negative, or the boss isn't like, time to move on, people. Time to let it go. So with this Six of Cups, it's really, this card can point to really looking back when you were younger, your childhood, or when you were younger, and like, what were your dreams and passions and ideals and ideas, and what were you interested in doing? Where did you see yourself going? And then kind of looking at where you are today. Now, sometimes, things you dreamt of as a child just aren't something that really sticks with you, or just really isn't realistic. I'm not going to be a professional basketball player at 46. It's not going to happen. I never played basketball. That's just not something that's really going to happen. But you know what? Maybe if I really liked basketball, and I did have some knowledge or skill, maybe I could look into teaching basketball. Maybe I could just join. People do pickup basketball, right? Find a pickup basketball team so I could at least be playing it. There are ways to get connected with things in the past. So if you are going through a breakup, or a difficult time, or you're feeling a little lost this month, try to think back about things that you used to enjoy, and figure out a way to give it a try now as an adult, and take a gardening class. It's just something to get grounded and help you release some of the anguish and the stress, even if it's just like that little thing like the dentist. I mean, I only go to the dentist not all that often, right? But it was just its constant little annoying things. And sometimes those are the worst. Sometimes things that are super obvious, it's like, oh well, psh, done with that. And it's really not too hard to let go. But some things are just like over time, they just sort of wear you down and wear you down and wear you down. You don't even realize how much they've been wearing you down until finally you release yourself. And so look forward to that release. Look forward to saying no this month. It's like no is a complete sentence, or no thank you if you want to be polite about it. No thank you. Let it go. Do not allow people or yourself to put guilt on yourself for being protective of your time and your energy and not getting back into situations that you'd been in the past. Codependent relationships, negative thinking, those demons that surface. Definitely there's some shit going on. There's something going on in work, and it's like, don't deal with it. Stay above it. Stay out of it. And if it's just one person, just ignore them. They're not important. Don't get sucked in. Don't get sucked down to their level. But if it's sort of a more general, just dysfunctional office, it's time to move on. Put your resume out there. Take a class. Start to figure out how to qualify yourself for something else if you don't feel like what you truly want to do you're qualified for. Take some classes in something that maybe you can do on the side. Like, okay, I have my job at the bank and it's okay, but it's not feeding my soul. And I really want to teach yoga on the side. Well, start working towards that. Start doing those things that are going to feed your soul. So you're focusing your energy on positive things after having some negative things surrounding you. But it's time to. You've been patient enough, okay, and it's not going to work. It's time to just accept that and work on moving forward and moving on in a really positive way that brings you joy, and let some of those demons and those things in the past, don't let that stay attached to you. Don't let others' negativity or things they try to put on you, don't take them on. Let them go. Say no. Say that it's not yours to deal with. Put your hands up and say, nope, you're not going to put this on me. It's not my responsibility. It's not happening. It's going to be extremely freeing for you. And I feel like it's going to be a real sort of awakening. Like, what do you mean? I don't have to do that. I don't have to take on these other people's issues and negativity and deal with it. It's like, no, you don't have to deal with it. So you're really, I think you're going to be sailing, feeling 10 times lighter and freer and moving forward with a lot of fun and joy, like playfulness. The Six of Cups is also about simplifying things, and you're just really going to simplify and let stuff go and stop and smell the roses and have a lot of joy and lightness and happiness as you move into September. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful month. Take care.